Well, just before we get started, I certainly want to thank you all for braving the elements. Although, from what I understand, in a day or two, it's going to be a balmy 60 degrees. So I don't quite know what to make of the weather, but we're grateful that you're all here tonight. You're here tonight, obviously, to enjoy the hard work and talents of your children. And I want to thank them for all the practice they've put in. Have you heard them singing in the shower? Or, I'm sure you've heard them practicing their instruments, that's for sure. But they work hard, but I know they enjoy it. Their teachers do a fantastic job. Mr. Aguano will be coming out with the chorus, and Mr. Musili with the band. It's always a pleasure to watch them develop from the beginning of the school year to where they are today, and I hope you enjoy the show.
Our first selection this evening is Navarro. It's a Spanish piece, actually based out of Texas, and it features our trumpet section. Our next selection is Adventure in India, so a different style of music from Spanish music. We hope you enjoy. have Mr. Aguano and his choir come in, and then some of the band kids that participate in the choir as well will also step in.
Thank you. I would like to acknowledge our soloists on this song. Rebecca on flute, fantastic job, beautiful. Chloe, Penny, and Abby, take a bow. The first song, Cantate Domino, is in English and Latin, a very popular and traditional language to sing in. It's a very traditional text, and it means sing a joyful song, a great way to open our concert. Our next selection is Ose Shalom, a Hebrew song that is about peace, the one who makes peace, and it features, this very beautiful song features Jasmine and Ananya on a solo.
Shalom.
Good job, Jasmine and Ananya. We learned a lot about reading music in class and sight singing, and that song was a great song for us to learn about dynamics, expression. I choose songs that are fast, slow, pop, Broadway, jazz, classical, different languages from around the world. In the spring, we're starting to work on a piece from Africa. So the whole gamut, your children are learning different songs from around the world and different styles of music. And we worked hard on that piece, and I hope you enjoyed it. I'd also like to acknowledge the beautiful and sensitive piano playing of Mrs. Kristen Cappuccino, my dear colleague and friend. You sound gorgeous. The final song in this small set of music is totally changing gears, an American style of music that's really fun to sing, African American spirituals, and it features several soloists listed in your program, including Carmina, I Shall Not Be Moved. If you had a solo or a small ensemble group, please come down and take your well-deserved bow for that song. I'd like to acknowledge Carmina Wall over here. She's a very humble and modest singer, but Carmina made all-national chorus. She will be singing in March with a group of Audition students from all over the country and a really special and talented group of students featuring you. Good job, Carmina. Take a bow. I love you guys. At this time, I would like to invite the 7th grade band members to return up to the stage, and chorus members, you can take a quiet seat as we transition to our next section.
Our next selection is a mashup. It's called Ancient Echoes, and it features a Korean folk song and an American shaker song combined. So you hear the Korean folk song, American shaker song, and then you'll hear the band playing both songs at exactly the same time. Our next selection is a pop tune called Am I Wrong? And just so you understand why I wait in between each pieces, the percussion has to transition from playing certain instruments to different instruments. So sometimes it takes some time for them to move from one instrument to another, get their music out, because they also have auxiliary percussion involved. So there's the congas, tenors, bass drums, snare drum, the mallets, the chimes, the timpani, the triangle, the shaker, the maracas, etc., etc., etc. last song, what I really want to do is, I know that you can't see, so I just want to introduce each section of the band so you get a chance to say hi and maybe get a little quick picture. So the percussion, why don't you guys come down and just acknowledge, no, so you can say hi if you want. Come on down, just so that you can see that they're here, right? Come on down. And here they are, right? Thank you, boys and girls. I know I made them do that. Our next group that we have is the flute section. So flute, I know. Flute, stand up. Flute. Then we have our clarinet section. Bass clarinets are on their own. So clarinet, stand up. Thank you, clarinet. Then we have our two bass clarinet players, girls. And here we have our alto saxes. We have one tenor sax, Julian. One bari sax, Edward. One tuba, Guy. Our trombone section. Save the best for last. Trumpets. They're all the best. It really has been a pleasure having your children in class. I really enjoy having them all together. They've learned a lot of different styles of music this year, also a lot of different meters and tempos. And our last selection is kind of like a holiday piece, but not really. We hope you enjoy our last selection for the evening is Linus and Lucy. You'll know it once you hear it. And if anybody wants to do the dance, you can.
I would like to take a brief moment. Apologies for two names that got left off the program. Joelle Spirak and Ria Garg, raise your hand. If your parents would like a copy, I can add their names on it. If you want to keep this program, I guess this battery's running out, so I'll have to use the other microphone. But sorry that your names got left off of the program. I appreciate you too. This next song features Fiona setting up the conga drums. Fiona stepped in, she's in 8th grade in the band, and I had asked her to work on this piece. This next piece comes from France. It's a French carol, and it dates all the way back to the 17th century, and it's a Christmas song. Our concert's in January. I never do Christmas songs, but I really think this is a cool song, and I still think that there's Christmas trees up, and I think that next year we're talking about maybe having our concert in December, so we'll see how that goes. Enjoy Patapan featuring percussion by Fiona. As our girls get up for our next song, get ready for our next song, I also want to acknowledge about 20 or so 7th and 8th graders that are auditioning for Northern New Jersey Regional Chorus. Raise your hand if you are auditioning for Region Chorus this upcoming February 4th. Last year we had about 22 students from Central, a really large number of students make this outstanding chorus. It's auditioned 7th, 8th, and 9th graders in the whole northern part of New Jersey, Region 1 we call it, and they go on a Saturday morning and they sing 2 scales all by themselves, a cappella, in a room, very intimidating situation in front of 3 judges, and they get selected and scored, and the higher scores get selected to be a part of this really cool chorus. So we wish you luck. If you haven't seen me yet, come see me during lunch to practice so we can go over it, and after school you can schedule an appointment too. The more times the merrier. Our next song is White Winter Hymnal. 2008, a group, Fleet Foxes, became quite popular. They're like an indie band from Seattle, and the recently popular this microphone is horrible. So, the recent, can you send that microphone up? Is there the wire one over there? Can you guys, would you pass it through? It's not there. All right, so Fleet Foxes was 2008, and the Pentatonics, a really popular a cappella group, has been, I'm sure you've heard of them, they're all over the place. They recently made this very obscure winter song quite popular, and it features some girls who have worked hard on a really cool element of this song. That song was pretty challenging because it was a cappella. We usually do at least one a cappella song in our concerts. And they were really enthusiastic about doing it. I cannot do that. I called it the clappy thing whenever we had to practice it. So, bravo. I have 4 girls in 7th grade. Raise your hand if you're in 7th grade. Also kind of worked on that in their group. So at tomorrow's date concert, they're going to get a chance to do that as well. Our last song is Oye. It's in Spanish and English. A really popular composer. He writes really well for middle school. And it features Sarah, and it features a group of 7th grade graders as well. And also percussionists Fiona and Rebecca. Awesome. If you had a small group or a solo, please come down and take a bow. I know it's awkward, but that's part of your performance. You deserve it. Come on down. Take a bow.